from the Seven Stadium.
This is Extra Time at the Weekend on Dubai Eye 103.8.
Live at the Emriates Dubai Sevens. There is something for everyone.
There certainly is. 6:20. Happy Saturday night to everyone listening, whether you're at home, whether you're in the car. It's great to have your company. Myself, Chris McHardy, joined not by Lee Clark and Carl Van Roosevelt. I've substituted them out for a far better looking motley crew. I've got three individuals with me. I've got Paulie Miller, I've got Scott Curry, who will be a man that will be familiar to many of you that follow the Sevens circuit, and I've got Ethan Matthews as well. He is the current UE Sevens rugby captain. We're talking all things Bali legends, and it's a unbelievably, it's a heartbreaking story in truth. I've got Paulie with us, and Paulie, it's great to see you again. We've caught up many times over the years. Lovely to have you back.
Oh, hi Chris, it's a pleasure to be online with you. Yeah.
It's great to have you back with us. Ethan, welcome to Dubai Eye 103.8.
Thanks, Chris. Pleasure to be here.
Always great to see you. And listen, Scott, great to have you as well. You're used to be running out there. Now you're still running out there of sorts, but you're having a bit more fun doing it, I believe.
Yeah, it's good to enjoy the backfields for a change.
Oh yes, yeah. Exactly that. Well listen, we're going to unpack all of the story with you guys. But Paulie, let's start with you, because the Bali Legends, it's a poignant story. It's a story that I've spoken to you at length about. It's already kind of given me goosebumps in a lot of ways, because there's huge emotion attached to it. In your own words, take us back. Where did this team and this community, where did it form from?
Well, 22 years ago, in just October, I was on a night out after a rugby tournament, the Bali Tens, and I was with my husband. We'd got married 5 weeks earlier, and he and his teammates from the Hong Kong Football Club, we headed out into Kuta in Bali for a night out, just like everyone's having a night out tonight. And unlucky for me, I was in the wrong place at the wrong time, and we were in the Sari Club, which was blown up by terrorists. For some strange reason, I was the only one of my party of 10 that was actually able to get out of the club alive. I scrambled up onto the roof on fire and ran screaming to the side, and it was several weeks before I knew that actually I was the only one who'd made it out.
You said it there, you were the only one of your party of 10 to survive. I believe 27 rugby players and supporters from that part of the world, from that travelling party, lost their lives. They perished that day, and yet here we are some 22 years on. We're celebrating your husband's life. We're celebrating everyone that was involved in that tragedy's life, and the Bali Legends was born out of that. What is the kind of message? What do you carry with you year on year? What does the Bali Legends today that we see, Scott, Ethan is part of that, what's the ethos that you carry through with it?
Really, that to carry their memory on is obviously the main thing. That rugby is just such an amazing community. My life was shattered, and all those families who lost children in the bombing. I mean, they were in their late 20s. We were at a tens tournament, and to know that 22 years later we have some strapping, amazing former professional rugby players wearing Bali Legends on their back. The fact one of our sponsors, Julian Redmond from Silver Arrows, his brother sadly perished in the Bali bombing as well. That such a community can come together, support it, and these boys put their bodies on the line. They're all 35 and over, so it's a bit more aches and pains. But honestly, it gives me joy every year. It's a huge amount of effort. Anyone will know who brings a team out here. You need sponsors. There's all sorts of organisation. There's dropouts. There's injuries. But we do it, and we're so proud to see them walking around in their memory. And all the fundraising. I set up a charity dance fund for burns. I raised lots of money for burn survivors because I was badly burned myself. It helped. It has helped me recover. It helped me realise that life can go on. And you have a huge emotional journey, and everyone will identify with this. You have your real lows, right? But after your lows can come real highs.
Absolutely.
And this is definitely one of my highs.
And I was going to say that you've been coming year after year after year, and let's bring the boys into the conversation now. I mean, Scott, you are, I hate to use this word, you're going to punch me for saying this, but you're a veteran of the Sevens game. You might look, well, you are, you're younger than me, for goodness sake, but you've been around the block so much. You played over 300 odd games, for goodness sake. What was it about Bali Legends when they came knocking on your door? Because for our listeners, you only retired after the Olympic Games. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so Bali Legends knock on your door and say, listen, Scott, we want you to be a part of this movement. How easy of a decision was that?
Yeah, I mean, once I knew what it was about, I was very keen. It's hearing that story from Polly, and I guess being able to continue the legacy and puts life into perspective a bit.
And help us with it.
Yeah, well, that's the plan. Help us win it.
I love Paulie's put all the pressure on you there. It's like, Scott, it's great to have you, pal, but you're here because we need to win this. That's the message from Paulie, and that's important. We're all having a laugh and a giggle, but you're a competitive bunch. You want to win tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, you can't switch that off. Once you get on the field, it's no different. But it's good fun. I really enjoyed the group, and I'm loving playing for a cause like for the Bali Legends, and like you say, keeping their memory alive, and hopefully raising a bit of money for the charities as well.
We've spoken an awful lot about the growth of this event. Take us into kind of your mindset, because of course when you've got the blinkers on, when you're here playing for New Zealand, you're not seeing much of this. You're focused on the main pitch, you're focused on the next game, you're focused on elite performance. Now coming back with the Bali Legends, how much have you been able to open up your eyes and see what just an incredible, we talk about the sport, it's entertainment, it's community, what an unbelievable event this is.
I don't think people realise how much of a big event it is until you come here. If you're watching at home on TV, you see the main pitch and it's probably about it.
Yeah.
But it's an incredible event. It's so big. And once we're here on the circuit, like you say, we sort of go to the main pitch to our change room. We scoot across, get some food, and scoot back, lie down in the change rooms. That's about it. So it's been really cool to get out in the backfields and see the rest of the event. It's so cool.
Ethan, let's bring you into the conversation. Captain of UE7's rugby team, of course, a fine rugby player in your own right. How brilliant has it been for you to be again part not just of the Bali Legends movement, but then to see Scott strolling into the change room thinking, oh my goodness gracious, I'm lining up with him as well?
Yeah, do you know what, Chris, like just being a part of the Legends, when Polly asked me to come last year, I think when you ask that question, what's the message of it's that unity of us being together, where you've got people like Scott, where he's come from the other side of the world, you've got players coming from France, England, and the likes of us that live in the UAE, that I think rugby brings people together. And I think that's the main message from the Bali Legends. No matter what you have in life, you get one shot at it. Rugby is just a game. Obviously we're very competitive, but at the same time, just being a part of something special like the Bali Legends, like Dubai Sevens, growing every single year. UA Rugby's growing every single year. And I think it just brings community together. And I think it's just great to see families here, women, the sport of women's growing in the UAE, which is great to see, and people getting involved. So I think, obviously the legacy of the Bali Legends is really important. But overall, rugby is such a strong tool that can be used on a political level as well, I think. So.
Not to get over kind of emotional and over-egg this in any way, shape or form, but the fact there is a cause, the fact that this is a little bit more than just rugby, the Bali Legends, the story that Polly has shared with us tonight, the fact that Polly herself is here as part of your team, does that add an extra little... an extra couple of inches? Do you feel when you cross that white pitch that yes, it's a game of rugby, but you're doing this for a little bit more than just a W at the end of it?
100%. And Polly, she told us about the story like she's done it now, and I can feel it getting tingly. There's no... I couldn't imagine what Polly went through. So what we can do is, like as you said, give our best, but 100% when you're on the field, you can feel the boys giving that extra bit of juice in the tank, because it is special to play for a cause.
Absolutely. And Paulie, how proud are you of these boys? And listen, Scott's a great example, and Ethan and all the rest of the team. You pick up the phone, you have a natter with them, and they say, you know what, Paulie, I'm in. Where do I sign up?
Yeah, I mean, we're just so privileged that, some incredible rugby players are prepared to pay for the Dnata Bali Legends. They won both their games today. Hooray! By the end of this weekend, every year, I have no voice left. I have no idea whether they can hear me screaming at the sidelines, but I'm screaming and I'm banging the sides. I get so nervous. My husband's like looking at how nervous I am, and I run up and down. But truly, you know, all I can ever ask for them is they try their best, and they always do. And we were so close one year when we got into the finals. Oh my word!
So what year is this? Remind me. How many years?
I think it was either 2015 or 2016.
So you've never won it?
No, not yet.
No pressure,
Not
Scott.
yet.
No
Yeah.
pressure.
No, but I said to them the other night when I was giving my story, we're aligned with the Dubai Sharks Rugby Club here, and I was telling my story to them, and I said, look, boys, I will love you whatever, but I'll love you a whole lot more if you win the cup for me.
Love the honesty. Boys, I love you, but please win tomorrow. Please win tomorrow. Listen, Scott, I always remember we had Mike Tyndall with us a couple of years back, and one of the questions to Mike was, who's the hardest tackler? And he said, you know what, guys, hardest tackle that I've ever had, forget the professional game, I'd retired, I was down on a Sunday morning down in Windsor, where he resides, and he said some dad of his kid's school lined me up and just smashed me. He said it was the hardest tackle of all the Aussie boys, the Safa boys. You're a bit of a scalp out here. People know who you are. Have you been hit hard today? Because when you line up to you thinking, that's the Kiwi fella, I'm going to hit him hard. Has that happened?
He's been too busy scoring tries.
Is it too easy for you, Scott? Is that what you're telling me?
No. I'm trying to create space for you guys. I'm just passing and follow.
That's it, right? Yeah. Making space for people like you.
Yeah, Ethan.
The great thing is about, you know, Scott, he's so humble. Obviously, he's
a legend.
Absolute legend, but he's such a humble guy. And he does bring other players, and he makes my job easier.
Is that what it is? That's what you've been brought in, Scott?
Everyone keeps looking at me, I'll just pass to the other boys.
Yeah, that's rugby, right? Pass into space and win the day. What would it mean, though, in all honesty, for you boys to win for Paulie and for the movement tomorrow? Not to put too much pressure on you, Ethan.
I think it'd be massive. You know, all of the boys here today, this weekend, they want to win.
Yeah.
Not just because it's Dubai Sevens, but more importantly because of this Bali Legends. It's absolutely massive. We want to do it for Polly.
And all these people as well, right?
She's an inspiration to all of us.
No doubt. Does that competitive juices, that never leaves you, Scott, does it?
No, it doesn't. As much as I don't think, you know, no matter how old you get, you still got that in you when you've been doing it for so long. So, yeah, it's been cool. And like Ethan said, if we can get a result tomorrow for Polly and you know, keep the memory alive, it'd be awesome.
And no doubt about that. Polly, for anyone listening to this, what time tomorrow? You've won 2 games today, 2 from 2 tomorrow. When are you back on tomorrow?
So we're back on pitch 5 at 2 p.m. and we're playing Gymnation.
And that's semi-final?
That's the semi-final of the Cup, yeah.
So you're 2 games potentially away from finally winning the Cup. No pressure, Paulie.
Don't.
Are you going to be doing a before tomorrow's semi-final? Are you going in there into the change room and giving the kind of Pep Guardiola style, Gordon Kitchen style team talk?
Well, I think there's no changing rooms in the
you're right. You're right. She's on the sideline.
I'm always on the sideline and I'm cheering them on, and they know that I'm there all the way, and I will be celebrating back with them. And whatever happens, like we'll be at the Dnata tent after celebrating, and then back to our hotel, the Holiday Inn business.
Yes, I love that little free plug as well. Ethan, for you, I'm enjoying the fact that you're on the waters. No comment for what Scott's up to just now. Scott, please have an early night, man. You're the crown jewel, for goodness sake. Wrap this man in cotton wool. Listen, Paulie, it is always great to see you. You're welcome on tomorrow afternoon. In fact, why don't the 3 of you pop back if you can? If Scott can, make sure that he's okay. And that he's empty, for goodness sake. Can you pop back tomorrow and tell us how you got on?
We would absolutely love that. Thank you so much, Chris.
Thank you so
always
much.
A pleasure.
Always a pleasure. Paulie Miller, to Ethan Matthews and to Scott Curry, thank you so much. Very best of luck tomorrow in that semi-final against Gymnation. Boo to Gymnation. Right, 6:30 is here. We'll take a quick break. More from us in just a couple of minutes. Stay with us.